3 a.m. stories. Sometimes weird things happen at 3 in the morning. They're pretty creepy. So, this story is no exception to any weird 3 a.m. occurrence. So, yes, strange things has happened at 3 a.m. So, let's dive into it. They call it the devil's hour, the witching hour, the time of ghosts to roam the earth. And everyone's in bed, so the ghosts think that's a great time to roam the earth. So, let's tell a very scary story that has to do with 3 a.m. Because why? 3 a.m. is the backwards version of 3 p.m., the magical hour, and then 3 a.m. is the ghostly hour, the ungodly hour, and all that. So let's dive right into it. So it was 3 a.m. I'm on the couch. Sometimes I fall asleep when I'm watching a movie on the couch. I was tired. This was before I moved. And I'm like, well, why don't I just watch Insidious Chapter 2 or something? So I watched Insidious. Then suddenly I sort of get a little panicky because I hear someone coming down the stairs. And I thought my dad got out his room and went down to turn the volume on the TV, but it wasn't him. He said he doesn't move around at 3 a.m. And when I went to check my dad's door, there was no one up. The the lights were off. It was dark. There was no one up. And I didn't hear him move, not a peep. So this was strange. I'm like, what? What am I thought I was dreaming or something. So I'm like, okay, this is getting a little freaky. And this happened in the basement. The most scariest place for a ghost to happen would be a basement. So I'm like, nah, it's gotta be one of these 3 a.m. occurrences. So I took it upon myself to turn all the lights on and run, and then the lights off very fast, run upstairs. I had to use the washroom very fast, and then I ran into my room, closed the door, and didn't get out of bed and didn't go check to see what it was. Because whatever was moving around wasn't my dad. I'm like, oh my god, am I being haunted? Sometimes I would hear a crash and nothing fell. That scared me. I'm like, oh my god, what happened? And I asked my dad, he said nothing. Nothing fell. And I'm like, okay. I thought my dad fell out of bed or something, but he was still in bed, so that was God. God, that scared me when there was a crash and nothing fell. I've heard that before, and recently I've heard it. Again, a crash and nothing fell. That is pretty creepy. How many strange occurrences ever happened to you at 3 a.m.? And then the next morning, my dad gets up, and I'm at the table. And I said, Dad, do you move around at 3 a.m.? He said, never. He's in bed at 3 a.m. The lights are off. He's already used the washroom. No, he doesn't move around at 3 a.m. So I'm like, whoa. I just heard someone come down the stairs at 3 a.m. He said it wasn't me. I don't move around at 3 a.m. and you don't move around at 3 a.m. So it wasn't me. It wasn't my dad. Then who the freaking hell was it? I'll never find out who. And that was the end of my story because that's one of the scariest things that ever happened to me at 3 a.m. So that's my scary 3 a.m. happening story.